Hey, everybody, welcome. Let's get it going here. Good to see everybody. We've been away a couple of weeks. Got some Velcro on the floor here. But, oh, gee. Getting attacked by some Velcro here. Okay. Oh, we're still good here. Okay. Yeah, here we go. We're back. Let's see who's in the house today. We've got Smokehouse and Oliver, Jehovalicious, good to see you, and Alessandro. We've got a lot in the house today, and Steph, good to see you. Good to see all of our channel members here, and away we go. Here we go. All right, away we go. Wow. And you guys just let me know how things are sounding out there, and we'll roll this down. And a big shout out to our friends at Dick's Music Studio for the jam, for the grooves today. We're gonna have a good time today. Just fade this out. Wow. Well, it's good to see everybody. I'm just trying to get situated here. You know, you've got extension cords and adapters and all kinds of Velcro and all kinds of stuff. It gets a lot of fun. And Rod, good to see you. David Siddle and all of our regular joyful family here. It's so great to see everybody. We're gonna have some fun, and we have a special guest today. I'm excited to we'll get some of that glare out of there. Get some of that glare out of there. We've got a very special guest today, and you know, I think what we're gonna do, let's just get to it. You know, I know many of you know Oliver Patrice Weder from Spitfire Audio and from his recording projects, and he reached out to me a few weeks ago about his new venture that we're going to talk about, Smokestack Sounds. And it was very exciting. I was very honored to hear from him. And we just can't wait to spend some time together. And, you know, if you've got some questions, you know, we're going to open the floor down the road. And, you know, I'm sure Oliver's going to be more than happy to just answer what he can answer and just spend some good time with us. So if Oliver's ready, is Oliver there?
I am. Can you hear me all?
There he is. So it's so good to see you from the beautiful island of Mallorca. That's extraordinary. Did I pronounce it correctly?
You couldn't have pronounced it better, Simeon. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. I'm honored to be here with everybody else. And yeah, thanks for inviting me along. This is extremely exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our joyful family, and these are what we call joyful journeys. And so we're traveling, you know, to that beautiful island. And you know, those of you who have not seen the intro videos on Oliver's channel, you've got to check out those. And it's a perfect place to do cinematic music and audio for sure. So so you know, Oliver, I tell you, we kind of talked about some things about where we were going, and we found ourselves surrounded by elephants. There's lots of elephants in the rooms nowadays, and what I thought we would do, just kind of tell our you know tell our audience how you got started. We're going to kind of progress through this, I think. Just how you got started in music. Some of the people that inspired you, musicians that inspired you, that kind of thing. Just share your story with us, Oliver.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me the chance and sharing this. And I hope it's not going to be too boring. I try not to do it too long-winded, But so I guess um, even though it's more important where we're going than where we come from, I'm still going to share where I'm from. So I'm from a place called Switzerland. It's sort of from the foothill of the Alps. Had a very beautiful upbringing. My whole life was football since a little boy, like in America, I guess, soccer. Just played that all day. I was all day in the forest. I had a very happy sort of upbringing. I've got one brother. We're a small sort of middle class Swiss family. Not rich. I may have to correct this. Not everybody from Switzerland is rich. We have very rich and safe sort of country, but we're sort of a normal middle class family growing up with, just going on holiday once a year and being a lot outside. And sort of, when in Switzerland, you have to choose an instrument, and usually it's the recorder. They make you choose the recorder, and I sort of just couldn't really, deal with it. And my parents couldn't get me to choose the recorder, and I chose the piano for whatever reason. I was only 10 years old. And so they had to push me a little bit in practicing the piano. I had a Hungarian lady who was a little older already, and she would sort of, pinch my back and slap my fingers when I would make a mistake. So not a very beautiful start to playing the piano. And my mind was just football. I want to be David Beckham when I'm old. I want to be like, Maradona and Pele and all these people. And so, however, my dad was very cultured. He's reading a lot. He has a huge vinyl collection, big music lover. And when I was 12, there was sort of a key moment in my life where I'm sure some of you heard this previously, and I said it many times, but that's just how the story goes.
Yeah.
Well, Forrest Gump. And to this day, this is my favorite film. And in Forrest Gump, obviously, Alan Silvestri's score is beautiful. But at the time, that didn't catch my attention. What caught my attention was Jimi Hendrix, The Doors, Creedence, all of this 60s, 70s.
The music that was kind of interwoven in his story. It was
exactly,
just in those decades. Yeah.
It blew. I didn't hear it because all my friends when I was in Switzerland, no one listened to that kind of music. And it wasn't as accessible as it is now at Spotify. You can just stream anything. It was literally what you had on CD or on vinyl or the radio, And so I asked my dad what it was. And that was sort of the first time we sort of connected, and he sort of opened his cupboard with his hundreds or thousands of vinyl, Doors, Creedence, Led Zeppelin, Dylan, and he gifted me his old record player. And from then on, I was sort of in my own world. I learned all the Doors tracks, Raymond Zarek's part, left hand bass, right hand melody, absolute genius. And I fell in love with the instrument, even though I hated it in the beginning because I was like classical piano being slapped across the hands.
Oh, gee.
And so I was just learning everything and just started to really love it. And a further point was when I was 17, I got badly injured completely broke my knees playing soccer and football. I had several surgeries, and I was just on crutches for a while. And that was when it changed. And I just played piano all day long. I did further research. Where did the Doors music come from? And then quite quickly I landed with blues and jazz and all the roots there, and I started to learn all that kind of music. And so I went into studying jazz piano. I joined bands, and I was fully immersed in music. And when I was 20, Switzerland is not really the mecca for music. So then I was like, I want to go to London, where it's sort of heaven for music. And
yeah,
I made the move over to Brighton and studied music and songwriting there, and toured a lot and tried out a lot of things that you probably shouldn't try out. And I had the time of my life.
You experienced some multifacets of life.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And it got sort of quite. When I was 26, so 5-6 years later, I was looking for a new challenge because I was like tired of sleeping on people's floors and then touring around in smelly vans and, you know,
Oh yeah.
not earning any money. And so I was like looking into applying for Berklee College of Music, and I got in, you know. So they
Wow.
accepted me with my first of 3 compositions to film, and that was to me it was like, wow, okay, that's cool. And then so I went to Berklee College of Music, and there I met all of these great people and great musicians and composers. And actually, Ale should be on the call as well. I saw him saying before, the founder of Sonora Cinematic. I went to class with him, so he's
Oh
actually
yeah. That is
yeah.
cool.
We're good friends, actually. And I haven't actually really, we're on the chat, but Ale, we haven't really talked about that. I'm setting this up, Smokes Like Sounds, and actually we're, so.
Now this is interesting. So yeah.
But I mean, I don't see ourselves as competitors, but Ale, we gotta talk about this, because how I set this up was so like unexpected and fast, sort of just fell into it. It was not on my cards. And so fast forward, I came back to London, and I was gonna go back to bands, and still had this little dream of becoming a rock star, you know. But reality caught up quite quickly, you know, bank accounts caught up quite quickly, and I just sort of needed money and needed to make a living when going back to London. And there I met Christian Henson from Spitfire Odeon. I must add, before Berklee, I had never touched a computer to make music. So it's sort of like, I was a true analog guy. I was like, I can't stand when people use computers on stage. I hate that stuff, you know. Like, that was me, like sort of 15 years ago, you know. And now look at me, I'm like, making tools for people making music.
That's
and computers.
incredible.
That's how life changed. And yeah, from there on, it's just sort of history. I made sort of my way with Spitfire. I kept releasing my own music, which I still do and love doing to this date. So I'm actually more of like a sort of an artistic composer rather than a film composer these days, I would say. Here and there when projects come, I do it. But yeah, I learned a lot with Christian, with Spitfire, and I guess this is a new sort of chapter that we can talk about what was going on there and stuff. But that sort of sums it up. Yeah, really.
That's
really
amazing.
A band kind of guy, really, from as in my background, performer.
Yeah, and so what I'd like to do, I'd like to talk about Smokestack, and let's look. I'm gonna show them the website, Oliver, and so this is Smokestack Sounds. The address is in the description, and so what we're gonna do, we'll just take a look at the Cloud Guitar. Is like Cloud Guitar and Aurora's Whisper the Northern Lights. Those are the first 2 libraries uh, that are a part of Smokestack Sounds. And so what we'll do, I thought we'd just pull up, and Oliver's been very gracious. We're going to do a couple of giveaways during this segment, and so we're going to tell us a little bit about Cloud Guitar and how that kind of came about, and then we'll play through it some.
Well, Cloud Guitar is actually I would sort of say it's almost the essence of what Smokestack Sounds is supposed to be, because it's a great library. I don't want to belittle it, but it's sort of very rough around the edges, and it's very pure and true. It's like the guy I was collaborating with, my good friend Marius. His artist name is Tristan Reverb. It's his first Contact library that he scripted, whether you believe it or not. And that just makes it so heartwarming and so true and so pure. And so this is sort of, when I left Spitfire, I was going to take a break from music tech. And I thought, you know, I always like making sounds and recordings, and for my own albums, going to special places and record things and making it into a sample library. And when I wasn't with Spitfire anymore, I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Well, I'm just going to keep sort of these ideas, you know, maybe not release it, just use it for myself. But then I had this intern, or I mean, I'm saying intern, but you have to know this guy, Marius, who built this. He is sort of my age, and he has owned a restaurant. He owns his own gin brand. He renovated his own sort of like cabin out in the woods and made it into a home. And he's a sort of a really artistic guy. And he asked whether he wants to learn sound design and composition. And he asked whether he could learn with me. And I was like, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm in Mallorca, but sure. So he moved here. Yeah, this guy, exactly. Thank you, Simon, for pulling it up. And he is such a pure artist and a pure soul and an amazing human being. And So we recorded together at the end of the day. We just jammed and recorded his guitar and stuff. And I thought he had such a lovely tone and beautiful tone. I was like, did you mind if we just sample this stuff together? Yeah, sure thing. And he goes like, I've been dabbling a little bit in contact programming, KSP. Shall I just build a library? And I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He built like a prototype, and I was like, this, and I threw on a little bit of reverb, and I was like, we could just release that. And I pulled out from Shutterstock like a video, like a 5 or a 10-second video of a sun above the clouds, very sort of cheesy, but I played it. And it looked great, and I was like, imagine this plugin. It's just, imagine the whole industry is bored of faders and knobs, and we want to do more emotive stuff. And so what about if we could move clouds, and if the moon would come up and it changed the sound? And so he sort of went away, and they came with sort of early prototypes of this, and he presented it to me, and I was just moving the stuff, and the sound changed. And I was like, wow, it's so cool, man. This is beautiful.
That is cool.
This is how Cloud Guitar was born, and so that's the first library we've ever made.
Okay, that's not it. Okay, so we've got the clouds here and delay, and I'm just going to kind of put things at like a default. And what kind of guitar is it? It's like an Epiphone?
It's Epiphone, yes. It's all recorded through tape, and
And I saw Fostex. Fostex was like my first reel-to-reel. I had a multi-track reel-to-reel that was a Fostex, and that was pretty cool.
It's just one dynamic, one round robin. We're not going to try to make this. But it's sort of like has just its realness to it, because it's just it doesn't give any options, but it's your limitations, and I think that helps with creativity sometimes.
Yeah, so we've got the attack. We were talking about this. The attack is not attack as you would look at ADSR. It's almost like a volume of the actual guitar pluck sound itself.
You probably should have said plucks instead of attack, but we sort of mean the attack sound, and you can turn the volume off or up or down. So
yeah, got a nice little delay. And you can adjust the timing and presence. Kind of brings it forward and pushes it back into the sky. Yeah, it's like a depth type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta play with it, and then we've got the clouds, and that's like a granular layer.
Yeah, that's the pad basically that we've built from it.
That just brings a totally different sound to it.
So we always liked the library to be very performative and playable. So in this instance, for example, it's really great to play left-hand sort of pads and hold them, and on the right you sort of like play the sort of the plucks, melodies on top, Okay,
it's like. Yeah, I can hear that. And then we've got like a tape saturation here. Oh, I had it on. Yeah. This is without it. And let's turn it on. and then you can turn the attack off and just have the pad layer. Yeah. Oh, thundercloud. Yeah. So David said, we could put a thundercloud for like distortion, thunderstruck, and have like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, we did actually, instead of just a small tape cloud, one of the ideas was to kind of have tape turning on and everything gets smeared out and the storms coming up. And I think it would have been a bit more difficult to make.
Oh, yeah.
All rainy
and then
clouds.
when we push the mod wheel, yeah, that's really nice and dramatic. It almost sounds like a pipe, organ type of thing.
Yeah, you're right. We did think that as well. It sounds like a massive organ in the end. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You also sound good, Simeon. It's unbelievable. You could play I don't know. You could play thumb keys, everything you play.
Well, that's so nice. That's so nice of you. Hey, why don't we give one of these away?
Oh yeah.
How would you like to do that? So let me get this set up. And you guys know the drill. So if you want a chance to win cloud guitar, all you have to do is exclamation point and enter, and you will be you'll be put in the drawing here. And yeah, there we go. And we'll, if you've won something within the past 60 days, just just kind of oh wow, somebody says I already have it. Okay, yeah, so Andromeda already has it. So
Andromeda, legend.
and Arad already has it.
Beautiful.
Little bond here, little mystery. Okay, we'll just give you a few more seconds here. And then the dynamics, that's what's kind of cool here. It just kind of responds, And you said there's how many layers? You got maybe one layer with the round robin?
Yeah. There's not many layers. I think there's maybe one or two layers only. I think we just have it differentiated with different tapes.
Yeah.
The tape layers is in there as well.
Yeah, and this does require the full version of Contact.
Yes.
And what's the I guess they're saying what's the baseline version of Contact?
7.1.
7.1. Okay, so let's do this. Are we ready? Let's put somebody in the clouds here in 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah, okay. Musric, congratulations. Okay. So so what we want you to do is what you need to do, you need to go to PraiseTracks.com/winners, and fill out your info there, and I'll pass that along to Oliver, and he'll send that right over to you. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, see, we're having fun, having lots of fun already. Yeah, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, Musrick. Appreciate it.
For all the kind words, guys. Everybody is so nice. This is so wonderful. This is a thing that when I launched this and everything, how kind people are. We talked about this
Yeah,
in
yeah.
pre-chat, how in this industry everybody. Well, maybe I shouldn't use the word has become nice. I think I'm sure you were all super nice, but we went all through a time where I don't know, there wasn't so many niceties, but now everybody's so kind and nice. I feel it's so beautiful, and you've created a beautiful community here, man. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna cry soon. It's so beautiful. Everybody's so sweet and nice. It's nice.
I think it's like if you well, we're gonna get a little deep here, but I think if you have the right soil, and if you have the right seed, and you have the right weather, then you're gonna produce beautiful fruits coming up, and that's been my thing from the beginning. I just want this to be a place for people to come and have joy, because music, what God has given us in music, and be able to express ourselves like that, and then with all of these, listen, I mean, my first thing, I mean, I was like working with cassette tapes and overdubbing with two cassette decks and bouncing things, taking one out and overdubbing and stuff. It's just like, and the noise was just like horrendous. But music, just way to express ourselves, and to have all of these tools, to have all of these amazing artists like yourself. It's like, yeah. So I'm grateful to be able to be here. Debbie jokes all the time. My wife, she says, "You love doing this more than anything. I think this is the thing that you love to do the very most." And the reason for that, I guess, is because of you, because of Oliver, because of artists like you, and because of this family that we have. It's just been such a blessing. I think Field of Dreams said, "If you build it, they'll come." If people have a nice place that they can come to and fellowship like this, I think that's it. That's it. So, well, thank you, Steph. Steph. I've got to send Steph his monthly payment, for all the nice comments, but let me look at my list. But man, you really have covered. Oh, um, what's it like living in a shoe factory? I mean, yeah, that's incredible.
I did not. I think this is my wife. She always has a good hand in finding places. We've lived in such cool. This is not the first time I lived in a factory. In London, in fact, after I studied in Berkeley, I lived in a leather jacket factory.
So you're going through all the clothes and jackets, and now shoes.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
hey, where I am, we have a shirt factory. We used to have a shirt factory.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, be a good place for me to move to. Not, I think it's also sort of acoustically really interesting. So we've moved in here 4 years ago now. Wow, this is one of the places I lived the most in 4 years. That's a long time in one place.
Wow.
I have a very nomadic. I have to actually admit, I have very itchy feet at the moment. I have to
Wow.
live my life sort of like, we have 3 little kids, so it's harder to move
Well,
now.
I've got this lotion. I think I can maybe send you some if you for those itchy feet. Yeah. Shea butter's been working wonders for me.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, my kids can cycle inside the house with
Oh,
their bike.
wow.
It's wonderful.
Incredible.
And it sounds good. And I have my grand piano in there, and it sounds lush and beautiful. And it's cool. It's very, yeah, it's
Yeah, so
very,
that's where you recorded the piano for the shoe factory. Uh,
yes, absolutely. The grand piano is actually of the
that's
shoe factory is there. And
that's
uh,
beautiful.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, you played them all. You reviewed them. Recently, this is another interesting thing. So my very first sample library I did is OPW, and it features a piano. That piano I had in Amsterdam, and I personally like that the most, and had many people commenting saying they like that the most. And it's sort of that was when I created that with the least amount of experience, but
Isn't
it's
that something?
somehow like has much more magic. I think it shows that like sometimes if you overthink things, it might lose a bit of magic, you know. And
Yeah.
so I think that's also a bit of the ethos of Smokestack Sounds, to try and capture the magic rather than the technically perfect sort of stuff, you
Well,
know.
you know, because the law of diminishing returns. I've just lived it so much and seen it so much, especially when you have vocalist you're working with a vocalist, or you're doing vocals, or you're doing something. So the first take, or the first, second, or third take, no more than 5 takes, but those 3 are you're gonna go back to those, and you're gonna say, those are the ones we're gonna take after you spend a whole day working on something, because what you said, you start overthinking things. Your brain is just anticipating correcting something, and then
Yeah,
it takes the magic out of it. It takes that spark out of it. So yeah, that's so cool. I'll have to go back to that and see. We're just so inundated with so many instruments and things, so it's hard to keep up. But
yeah.
piano day's coming up, so we might have to pull that one out for piano day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. I want to pick up. Some people are asking for Homa. Homa is a very, very dear friend of mine, and obviously I got to know her in Spitfire. It's great. Her name is coming up here. She's doing great. I actually talked to her 2 days ago on the
Oh,
phone. She's working on some projects, and she did do the Horizon Lego composition for the video game PlayStation.
oh,
Fantastic.
wow.
And she's doing great. She's just also taking a bit of a break from the music tech industry, as far as I'm concerned, and focusing on composing. So that's where she's at. But I will let her know that she has missed in the
Yeah,
industry.
and Home was with Spitfire for how long?
I think she was maybe about a year longer than I was.
And you were
So
there for 10 years?
about 10 years. Yeah, she started about
Wow.
5 months after me, but then she stayed. Yeah, she stayed a year and a half longer, maybe. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Um,
yeah, you guys were the GOAT. I mean, that season of Spitfire was I think, um I think it was peak Spitfire. And we wish them the best in all the different changes and things. Um but and we talked about this too, is that when whatever happened, where things just kind of went like this, when it kind of man, hockey sticked or whatever in the opposite direction. It's like, what happened. It was like, I'll use the same analogy that we talked about before. You have this beautiful stained glass window, and all of a sudden it falls, and it's shattered in a million pieces, and all of those pieces get scattered everywhere. And over here you've got Christian, over here you've got Angus, over here you've got Home, over here you've got Dan Keene, and right here we've got Oliver. And so the what looked like an ending actually became new beginnings for all of you guys, it seems like, because I mean, we all see how each one is flourishing in ways that they possibly couldn't do uh, in the circumstance before. But before, sometimes when change comes, we I mean, I don't like change. My father-in-law would always say there's one thing you can count on, and that's change. And that's the one thing that we just I mean, I don't like change. I like things to be smooth, but sometimes change allows us to go in places that we would never go to before unless the change happened. Smokestacks would never have happened unless the change, it kind of pushed you into that direction.
Hey, this is such an interesting subject, you know, and people give some nice inputs, and it's so beautiful to see that everybody cares about all the people, what they're doing and stuff. I'm in touch with most of them. You're mentioning Dan, obviously, you know what he's doing. Set up his new company as well. He's still working with some great people. Lucy actually is doing great stuff on.
Yeah, Lucy. Yeah.
Lucy is actually doing really well composing. I think she's done some maybe theater stuff, even if I recall this correctly. But anyway, she's doing great. She's also had some of her own sample libraries, I believe, that she sort of
Oh,
released.
really? Okay.
Some folky stuff. I think you should, yeah. maybe check it out on their
Yeah.
website.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're mentioning something interesting. Change. You don't like. I think this is very normal that we don't like change as human beings. But I think now being a dad of young kids, I think one of the skills that I'm trying to teach them is being flexible. You know, from a young age, because our industry, everybody's industry, it's changing so much, and I guess that's sort of another elephant in the room is AI. It's
Yeah.
you know, things can change really fast, and it makes you uncomfortable. And sometimes, not always being uncomfortable means growth, and it's good. I disagree with that. It's just sort of general saying, but usually it makes you look for other sort of things, and this is exactly what happened with Spitfire. You know, I was always saying it carries me through the music industry. You know, like obviously I poured my heart in for many years, and I gave it all, and I sort of had Spitfire written all over me. You know, but I think it's important to stay flexible and sometimes sort of that safety net or that whatever where you traveled in that goes away, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do next.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, I'm still figuring it out. You know, it's sort of every day is sort of an up and down sort of roller coaster. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The freelancer and with your own business. And I guess someone else said why I just didn't go with Christian to Crow Hill. It's that thing that I think you have mentors sometimes in life, and I think this sort of mentorship, if it comes naturally, I think it has a beginning and an ending. It's sort of throughout a certain path of life, right? And I think after Berkeley, I was like, Christian was the perfect person for me to meet, and I learned so much of him. But I think now I'm in a new chapter, and he's still an inspiration, and many people are an inspiration. But I think sort of that mentorship kind of sort of lasted for a certain time, and that was it. And I feel like if I would follow Christian again in the same way, it wouldn't be the same anymore.
Yeah.
Because he is a different person, I'm a different person, and the dynamics changed. And we still get on, we're still friends, but I think I just need something else. And then it's this other thing of like being independent and being sort of your own boss. It's just I wouldn't trade it or change it for anything else. I'd rather have some sort of like, not sure how I'm going to make money next year or by the end of the year or whatever, but I can sort of be my own boss and do whatever I want. I think I'm much rather after that. But every person is different.
Yeah, there's a freedom and a sense of I guess it would be healthy terror in a way because it's like it's exciting. It's like being on a tightrope. It's exciting and it's walking by faith. It's a faith walk. I mean, you wake up every day. Like for me, it's like, okay, Lord, what are we going to do today? What do you have? And of course, you do have a plan, or you have things that you're working towards, but it's like it's like an adventure, and you can't wait. And I do agree what you said with the mentors. It's like, people come into your life for seasons and they deposit what you need at that time, and then it's time to go on. You snatch the pebble from the guy's hand and you're ready to go leave the monastery, and go out on your own.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so Steph, so Lucy's, okay, so that's good. Lucy's company is Folklorica Sounds. So I'll have to check that out, Steph, and thank you for sharing that.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and then
It's good.
Homemade Soundtracks are on iTunes. That's so cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are doing great. Yeah, absolutely. It's super cool. Let's say, yeah, yeah, exactly. You learn from someone, and the system do not wish you be. Yeah. Learning, just never stand still and try to learn. I think that's a good one as well. I mean, retrospectively, I would probably say actually that I probably overstayed with Spitfire as well. I mean, you said a prime time sort of around COVID lockdown sort of times. That was probably the peak,
Yeah.
and then obviously Christian parted ways with Spitfire. That was sort of the beginning of a new era, I would say,
Yeah.
and sort of the end of an old era. And yeah, I probably see myself much more sort of related to that sort of old era, but that old era also probably changed even we were talking about that. I think um sort of when investment and stuff comes into a company, then that's when it's sort of becomes a
Yeah.
new kind of uh thing, a new adventure. I don't know whether we want to go into so much detail here, but it's facts and people know, and it's interesting
Well,
still.
that kind of brings us up to the contact situation, Native Instruments, and because you've got the same thing happening there, where you had the money coming in with the venture capitalists, and then now it's just like it changed the whole culture of that company, and now it's like we don't know what's going to happen. But you as a developer, and contact being that platform, part of me really feels like that. I don't think contact's going anywhere
No,
soon.
no.
And I've, and man, when that news dropped couple of weeks ago, it's like every YouTuber jumped on there. Oh my gosh! It's like their hair was on fire. It's like the world's coming to an end. It's like, no, it's gonna be there. We're not all gonna lose all of our sample libraries and whatever. I
No,
mean,
no. Well, also with YouTuber, we have to be aware that it works with trends. We
oh,
have to know.
yeah, yeah, they got to get the clicks, and yeah,
Yeah, obviously, this is the biggest news in the thing. Like now tonight, like tomorrow, the internet's going to be full of like Simon and Oliver Patrice Weder have
yeah,
chat.
yeah. Please, yeah. By the way, please like and share and
Be
and
breaking the
subscribe.
internet. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, but we have to be aware of that. People are like, oh, how am I gonna my workflow? What am I gonna do with all the stuff I put? Nothing is gonna change. Nothing at all, because it's the perfect. Even like now, all the eyes of all the venture capitalists and other are going to be like, probably they already have contacted the
Oh
the
yeah,
the officer who is doing the insolvency, saying, hey, if this is going to go down the drain, I want to purchase contact. I
yeah,
mean, this
yeah.
is
I at least want contact. Yeah, yeah, just that. Yeah.
this now even it just actually made contact and their assets even more
Oh
safe
yeah.
than before.
Oh,
Because now
yeah,
it's sort of like, okay, the original owners might be not be able to look after it anymore. There's loads of other people with resources that could look after it. And
yeah.
I think with native, it's not like I it's not like a sort of a brand with a face in that sense. Like it's not like one or two people that like with Paul and Christian back at Spitfire or
Yeah,
something like that, or with you and PraiseTracks. It's you are PraiseTracks. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like Native Instruments. It's like it's the name. So if internally changes stuff, most of us are not even going to notice.
exactly.
And it's sort of the products will still be running. So I
Yeah,
think that's sort of my opinion, and I think it's all going to be just fine. The problem is that maybe some developers or some people might be insecure about it, so that changes certain dynamics and certain
yeah.
kind of plans of maybe making products or.
I think at least it's going to cause a lot of developers to have an option, or have a maybe an alternative. I've seen Sound Iron do this. Sound Iron is releasing more and more with Decent Sampler too, which is a free
Yeah,
platform, and that's interesting. And Steph, yes, I agree. I agree. Let's hope and pray that kind of yeah, we're not giving you any ideas.
yeah, no. Big ups to the small developers. I think this is
Yeah,
we got back to the sort of the you know smaller. How can you say smaller boutique shops around the village that you need to support?
exactly, and that is key. I think that is key. That's one thing that I've tried to do here, is to highlight the shops on the corner, not the big guys and stuff. The big guys are important, but it's the creativity that comes from Smokestack. The ideas that inspired you to start Smokestacks, and then there's so many other developers. Dan Keene. I mean, being able to take your ideas and have the freedom to express them outside of someone else's framework. You have your own framework, and you can express yourself. Yeah, if you want clouds floating across the GUI, yeah, we can have clouds. If you want to have an aurora, yeah, we can have that too. So that's wonderful. So let's see. Okay, this is a good question. Then we'll jump into the Aurora. So personally, how do you approach AI in your composition? Are you using any of those tools in your own compositions?
Not for my own music, no, no. And actually, sort of all the projects I'm in, let me think. No, I mean, really, no, no, actually, no. Not generative. I guess when sort of an analyzer of like, is that AI? Sort of if you use like Bloom or sort of like mastering
I
tools.
think that's a little different. I think that's like those are kind of like machine learning type of things. It's like generative. I think it's like the prompting for like a prompting for to generate a musical arrangement or an idea.
No, 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 no. I mean, I can't. I just that's sort of not why I would be making music, you know. And I think now this is the next elephant in the room is sort of AI, and um, I think if you have sort of supportive I guess it's a different thing, but generative AI. Let's see how can I phrase this best. I mean, music is about sort of expressing yourself, and I just don't feel that's sort of expressing yourself. Sending a prompt. I mean, you can express yourself with words when you're a writer, but that's then also to be consumed like that.
Yeah.
So I think you're jumping in an extremely important part if you type in what you want to express and you get something another sort of medium in return, you sort of jump the bridge that you should be building yourself. I don't know. It's like inviting someone for dinner and then call Uber Eats, and be like,
Ah,
"Here's
that's
my,"
yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I,
yeah. Enjoy the meal I just cooked, and it's from McDonald's. Yeah, yeah. That's a good analogy.
it's yeah, it's taking the soul of music. I sort of like what people say. I mean, we have to sort of also stick up together. I can see that many people are frustrated with AI in the industry, and I mean, like 150,000 tracks are being uploaded on Spotify every day. That's insane, and I don't
Yeah.
even want to know how many are created with AI, and it should at least be sort of labeled. It should be its own. Why not? It's a technology like everything else, but it should have its own place. It shouldn't be interfered with sort of
Well,
human.
yeah, I agree. I feel like it needs to have, because we need to be able to choose to have that choice. To say, I choose not to listen to that. I choose not to support it instead of like you're listening to something and it's like that uncanny valley thing where it sounds kind of real and it's just that doubt in the back of your mind. Am I listening to AI? We were on the phone with insurance and stuff, and we thought we were having this conversation with somebody. And I bet you I would almost bet 99.9% that we were talking to like an AI agent type of thing. It was like it just it was like it started giving me that little weird vibe. So okay, great. Okay, so let's get into some more pleasant things.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Hey, we have to. Our call is ending in 5 minutes, so we have to set up sort of a backup link or
Okay,
something.
let's just let's hang up. Let's hang up and restart. So you can use the same link and let's see if we can do that and let's see if we can do that. I'm gonna go to this our main screen here and let's go ahead and hang up and then let's see if we can jump back on together.
No, hang on. I've just come into a new meeting, and it still says 4 minutes left. So we have to set up a new link now, I think.
We can use the same link. I've got to leave. We've both got to leave and
Go
well
back to the same link. Okay.
and go back to the same link. So I'm gonna hang up and you hang up and then
Okay.
we'll jump on the same link. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
because this is great. This is so much fun and so we'll take a little more time to talk about Aurora and give some more away. Okay, so let me hang up and you hang up and we'll try to reconnect.
Lovely. Don't leave, guys. Don't leave.
Don't leave. Don't leave. We'll be back. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to go back to the link that Oliver sent. And guys, thank you so much for being here. This is so much fun, and um, there are a lot more that I'm really hoping to do to do some more of these. Especially, there's something coming up. There's something coming up in March that that is going to be crazy. Okay, so okay, let's see here. Okay, hello, hello.
All right, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Yay!
Yeah, see, that's what Google Meet does. It gives you an hour time limit, but you can hang up and restart it again. And um, so,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
sorry, I drank my old cold coffee from the afternoon instead of my tea.
Well, I tell you what, you need one of these. You need like one of these stainless steel. Um,
Yeah.
these are awesome. Yeah, and it's kind of like reminiscent of what we're going to talk about. Mm, that's a good question, Steph. So Steph is asking about the one-to-one sessions that you offer on the
Oh,
website.
did I not make this so clear? Yeah, it's just so you can book sort of tutorials. I thought, if people want me, you know, I used to have actually in the past some sort of music production students, and we'd be like, it's an hour, or I don't know how much I say, half an hour, maybe hour. I don't know. We can always bend the rules there a bit. But yeah, if someone wants me, to do like a private review of a track, or like help producing something, or just a tutorial to sort of ask me anything, all the Spitfire secrets. So that's the one-to-one session. But how does that come across on the internet? Is that not a good? What do you think, Steph? How is that? How does that come across sort of on the website?
Now, is it on your smokestack? Is it on the smokestacks or is it on your personal?
Yeah, no, it's on the Smokestack Sounds website.
Okay, let's see. Where's the link for that?
It's sort of
Okay, there we go.
Smokestack Sounds, and then you go sort of behind the smoke, and there you can, on the button, you can book like a session there.
Okay, yeah, one-to-one session, and this is like 30 minutes. Yeah, so it's like your own private. It's almost like what we're doing here, but I'm not. I'm you're paying us with a lot of wonderful with your time, and we appreciate it. Yeah,
Exactly. The one-to-one is more sort of like on a personal level. So if you have very specific production, tricks, questions, or whatever, you want to know, or reviewing someo's track, or
that's
much more
cool.
sort of deep dive. Yeah. You heard it in the evening news. Love
And
it.
and then where did the name Smokestack come from? I mean, how did you land on that?
Well, actually, I a couple of years ago, and uh, yeah, I've set up Smokestack Music, which is a difference, which is the sort of the father company of Smokestack Sounds, is Smokestack Music Ltd, and that is like a music production company, and
Okay.
composer collective, and so they sit under the Smokestack brand. But yeah, I mean, Smokestack comes from Howlin' Wolf's track Smokestack Lightning. Howlin'
Ah,
Wolf is a famous blues artist. I'm a huge blues fan, and one of his tracks is called Smokestack Lightning, and so
okay.
where I sort of stole the name from.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Aurora, wisps of the northern lights. And
Love.
and, and I just dropped a link in the video description. You did this with Okpi. And Okpi, is it Okpi or Okpi? I just get so confused with that.
Okpi.
Okpi, yeah. So Okpi has done some libraries for piano book and that kind of thing. But then you gotta watch this video. I mean, I watched it last night and I was just like, how he breaks down how he put this together.
It's amazing. It's
It's
absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. Um, so tell us a little bit about Auroras, and then we'll play it, and we'll give one away.
Well, I mean, Okpi and I, we've worked together on my shoe factory library, where he's done a fantastic job in putting that together. And so when I took the hiatus of after Spitfire, after the Spitfire time, I sort of just reached out to him just to connect and hook up. And actually, just today we had a meeting about some new stuff that's in the pipeline. We He just reminded me. He said, after we finished the shoe factory, Oliver, you told me that we should do this sometime again soon, like building a library together. And I remember, like, that must have probably been the beginning seed of like setting up something myself, even though I was at Spitfire, but it was not quite the intention. And when I started building sort of the cloud guitar, I was like, well, okay, now I'm building the cloud guitar with Marius. I'm going to reach out to Philippe and see whether he wants to build something else. I've got some other ideas. And then so from like clouds and stuff, we went to other ideas that I can't share right now because that's going to come out later in the year. So I don't want to give it away. But I went last year in November, I went to see my good friend Snorri Hallgrimsson in Iceland. Fantastic, beautiful composer. Ooh. And I went to his cabin in the glacier in the southern part of Iceland, about 4 hours out of Reykjavik. I mean, beautiful. And so as we drive towards the glacier, like, he sort of stops the car and he goes like, guys, and he's Icelandic, he's seen this stuff sort of all the time, but he's like, I've never seen northern lights like this. And we got out of the car and the whole sky was like green and it was moving slowly. Wow. And so I sort of was like, man, if that would make sounds, how would that sort of sound like?
Yeah.
And I sort of just took this to Okpi, and we had actually some other sounds because the library was going to go into slight other direction. But then he sort of presented to me this Aurora when I hit the keys that it would move, and I was blown away. I was like, holy shit, Philippe, how did you do this? And so he made, with some sounds that I had made and given to him, he made some sort of placeholder thing, so just we can play it. I was like, yeah, we gotta sort of do other sounds for this. Like, let me think about sounds. And so he just went away, came back, and presented me with this. And so if you don't play, nothing happens. And he goes like, what would you want to do here? And I was like, what have you done? It's like a village with houses? What's like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, turn the lights on in the houses? And he was like, yeah, how would you turn them on? And I was like, hover with the mouse over the house, just like slide it up, and the lights.
Well, that's what I discovered. I mean, I didn't quite know what to do, and then all of a sudden, I hovered over the house,
and I turned the house on, and I was like, I was blown away.
There it goes.
Gorgeous.
And he
has made sounds for each of the house.
Yeah, each house has its own family living in there.
And I was like, Felipe, I was working on you've made the sounds already, and I love the sounds, and we just tweaked them a little bit, like put some changes a little bit, only a few things, and he, bloody genius, he just went away.
Yeah, so there's 7. We've got 7, and some are cellos, derived with cellos and flutes and voices. Yeah, they're like faders. I mean, and you can blend.
Yeah. And then so basically, that's another fun story. Smokestack Sounds was going to be launched in 2026. Calm. I want to, my vision is like sort of a calm business, working with loads of interesting coders, composers. So by the way, you out there, composers, if you have ideas for a GUI, for sounds and stuff, but you can also sort of help providing the sounds, let's hook up. It's sort of the idea, sort of a band camp for or I guess sort of a piano book thing, but with a gate. You know, not everybody can upload. We want to curate it, still have a curated feeling. And I was going to launch this whole thing in 2026, and Cloud Guitar was going to be for free for a much longer time because it was free in the beginning. But then Felipe was like, turn the mod wheel up in the beginning of December.
If you can you guys see that? The lights are coming on.
And I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It's Christmas. And I was like, I've got to launch this company now at Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was in December, I was up day and night, setting up the shop, creating the assets. I mean, I went up to the mountain to film all of this stuff. In December, the weather's not so stable anymore. And we were so lucky up in the mountain to have the weather not raining and stuff, more or less sunny. When we did Cloud Guitar and Aurora, actually the clouds were parting a little bit.
Wow.
And I just poured in everything I had to make it work and launch it at Christmas. It was, my family didn't enjoy that time with me. I was not very nice to be around, but at least this thing came out. And I mean, I don't know whether you noticed on the top left, for example, this little detail as well, when you fade up the mod wheel.
The icon.
A logo appears as well.
It's kind of responsive. That's just those little touches. So what we'll do, I'll just go through and play a little bit, go through the houses, and then, you know, like I said, you got to watch the video because you'll learn so much more about the different personalities in there. I mean, let's just do a simple. I just gotta put. And then you can light it up. It's just so much going on. And then we'll go to the next house. Yeah, and there is a star field sparkling behind there too. Yeah. Let's see, let's get in a different key. Okay. Let's see if we can crank up the. Let's go to the next house. Yeah. Just so rich. Then oh each one's got their own. Okay. And then you can layer them. They're just like faders.
In this case, they're just that you can make combinations.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
each house is a difference organically. So you might think Felipe's thing, but house number 1 is cello contratto. You have then house number 2 are voices, and so on. You know, each house has a different sound. The last house on the right bottom, that's my absolute favorite. These are the sort of attack swells. They're so beautiful.
Okay, let's see. I'm pull the piano up a little bit.
Wonderful.
Let's bring up some. That's amazing. You know, we've been listening to Christmas music just last night because we've got 8 inches of snow still frozen on the ground. Let's see. And listen to how it's alive. It just like the lights. Yeah, and just pulling the piano in there, just you know. It's breathy, yeah. Again, you hear like the breathy stuff. It does it. And then it's just like a little delay. It kind of follows, you know, it's kind of lags a little bit behind. Wow, it's beautiful. Hey, can we give one of these away, Oliver?
Let me think. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Wow. Such a fun, yeah. So yeah, you see why I love doing this.
What a wonderful playing, sir.
See, and you plant these seeds. I say to myself, what a wonderful world. It's such a wonderful world that God has given us to enjoy. There's not enough time for all of the crazy stuff. You know, we don't have time for the crazy stuff. We just yeah. Okay. Ah, gee. I have these moments where my eyes kind of glaze over a little bit, and I'm like, he's gone, he's gone. Let's bring him back here. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see if we can get this going. Okay, let's reset the cue, and let's go ahead if you're interested in getting a chance to win a copy of Aurora's. Just do the inner thing and And yeah, Oliver, this is just such a joy, man. I tell you.
Thank you. The joy is on my side. Yeah, I love it. I love being here. So.
Let's see if we can pull it. Let's see who's at home. Yeah. And the last house you said were voices there, and the last house there on the right. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
Yes, house house number 2 and 4 are also voices.
Okay. Okay, are we ready? And then we've got a surprise too after this. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it is designed for live, but see, you got to have contact 7. But if that's not a problem, Wilfred. But you know the drill. Go to PraiseTracks.com/winners, and I tell you what, while we're here, if you want to win, I think you said we can do a bundle. Let's do a bundle of the cloud guitar and Auroras, and then that'll be like a grand finale.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so woohoo! So let's see. We might have to reset this, but yeah, down.
Everything. We do an everything bundle of songs.
Yeah, this is an everything. This is an everything bundle now. So throw. I want to. I was going to try to find a Wurlitzer. You were talking about Fred, the Doors, but okay. So yeah, this is a great. Yeah, this is a. Yeah, we're just in a giving mood here. It's such a blessing. So go ahead and do the thing. Do the exclamation point, enter. I'll do it just to get you guys started here. And yeah, just jump in here. This is for the smokestack sounds everything everything bundle. Frank Bell, good to see you. Just saw you there.
Hello, guys.
And then what do the lights like? Do the little lights give you a little more granular type of effect?
They give you a little bit. They give you a bit more room. They add a little bit of distance, and right at the top, it adds a little bit of saturation.
Okay.
So it makes it sort of random popping a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of hear that. Okay. Such fun. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I can just sit here and be playing this all day. So
Here we go.
All right.
So many people entered. Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. B Skills 113. Congratulations, man.
Amazing. Congrats.
Congratulations. And so all you need to do is go to PraiseTracks.com/winners and B Skills.
Wow. Everybody's so sweet. So nice. You know what? Should we do we have time? Should we give one more away?
Oh,
Come on, everybody's so kind.
And there's more.
What? Let's do one more everything bundle. Everybody's so nice, and so many people have entered. I feel bad.
Oh, okay, let's see if we can choose. Let's see if we can choose another entry without them going through all that.
Oh,
folder.
it's a
Well,
tricky thing.
it might not. So let's do it and see. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're still good. So
Come,
everybody, yeah, and you can still put your name in. Um, yeah, man.
let's do one last one.
Oliver, what's a favorite song of yours? Like a standard or something?
A jazz standard
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I'm
Well,
at.
can you play Autumn Leaves?
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the key here.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Old winter song.
Beautiful.
Oh, here we go. Here we go again. But most of all, my darling, when
Beautiful.
autumn leaves begin to. Okay, here we go. Another everything bundle in 3, 2, 1, go. Stephen White. Stephen White.
Steve White.
Steve White. And yeah, Steve White. Congratulations. And
Very cool.
so what we'll do, make sure you visit PraiseTracks.com/winners, and we will get you connected with Oliver. And wow, man, what a treat, man. What a treat.
What a treat. Likewise. What amazing to be part of this community. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So guys, should we have Oliver back again down the road? Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, yeah. I'm sure. Mm, mm. Yeah. So when your next release comes out, man, that's like going to be a no brainer. We'll have to have you back for that because
Thank
it's
you.
just yeah, this has been so much fun. I know everybody's enjoyed it. So I guess we'll say see you later for now.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah.
is there
Thank you.
is there one last thing you'd like to leave with our audience before you get out of here?
Well, just thank you so much for the kind welcoming here, for the kind words, for the support. Yeah, hits us up, hits me up if you have ideas. Yeah, normal thing. Follow our YouTube, follow our Instagram. That'd be much appreciated. And keep being kind and loving as you are. And I'd be happy to be back. Yeah, thank you so
All
much,
right.
Simeon.
Well, you have an open invitation, and yeah, feel free anytime to pop in the chats and stuff. So I just pray God's blessings on you and your family, and you
Thank
know,
you.
today is the first day of the rest of your life, of the rest of the journey that you have, and it's just like I love in the new Mary Poppins Returns. There's nowhere to go but up. There's nowhere to go but up. And that's. I mean, you've got a great start. You've already got your head in the clouds and the auroras flying around in the stars. So there is nowhere to go but up. And so that's my prayer for you guys and blessings. And I can't wait to have the opportunity to sit with you again. So give my love to all of your family, and look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you, Simon. You've built a wonderful community. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, we'll see you soon.
Soon, guys. I love you all. Bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Um, that is wonderful. And thanks, Oliver, for coming and sharing. And congratulations on Smokestack Sounds. And guys, make sure if you won in the drawing, make sure you reach out again with on the website PraiseTracks.com/winners. And this is going to be something I hope that we can do more of, as far as being able to just have more conversations like this. Um, and so I'm just very, very grateful. Wow. So let's take a little sip. We've got a little more time left. I want to. We might not be able to feature everything, but I want to definitely hit on some of the new things coming out. And let's see. Uh, I tell you what we'll do. Let's go take a look at. I know Alessandro is in the house with Sonora Cinematic. Yeah, and so I want to make sure that we give a big shout out to what Alessandro's doing with Sonora Cinematic. This is something really interesting. We're talking about contact and all that stuff, and so Soundbox is it's been coming up a lot lately. I've been seeing so many libraries. Cinematic Alpha's been releasing some really cool libraries, and I think he's announcing the winner of the Life and Love event that he's doing with Cinematic Alpha, based on his Soundbox library, uh, Life and Love, and Pure Nylon has. It's been released about a week or so, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and so I thought we would take a look at that. And there was something brand new that dropped yesterday, and hopefully we can take a look at that too. I'm going to see. Yeah, I've got it right here. We're going to see. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do No, we don't want to do random. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we don't want to do anything random here. So let's pull up Soundbox and turn off the Okay, yeah, dark. I've got Dark Veil loaded up, and that's the newest. But let's start with Pure Nylon, and this is so cool. Just a beautiful. Okay, we just got one side for some reason. Let me make sure. Let me just reload something here. Having to host this inside of Plugin Buddy from. Okay, I'm gonna reload this. Let's reload this. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me reload. I'm going to reload this plugin here, and the reason is that it's the way that a lot of the new GUIs and things are showing up different things, and I didn't have the. Let's see here. Okay, let me see. Sorry about. Let's load this up again. Uh, but it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see developers. Yeah, there we go. I just had to reinitialize it here. And just one more second here. Let's see. Let's go into pure nylon. There we go. Okay, hold on, and I'll get this where we can see it. Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay. Oh, gee, hold on. I am so sorry. I got so excited with Oliver. I'm so glad that he was able to come and there it is. There we go. There we go. Yeah, here we go. And this is just a soft plucked nylon. One thing I really like, and it takes these libraries to another level, is the synaptic reverb that they use in here. It's just really cool. Let's do it without the reverb so we can kind of hear. And this is just using one layer. You've got like 4 different potential layers that you can stack sounds on. This is just the soft pluck, and this is the pure. This is picked. Yeah, so it's got a little more attack. Let's see what. And the Soundbox libraries, they're really priced, really nice. I think, let's see, the, yeah, pure nylon is $14. So very accessible. And Soundbox, the Soundbox player is free. If you want to edit your own sounds, you need to purchase one of Audio Modern's Soundbox official libraries. And when you do that, that unlocks the full capability to edit and then to build your own sounds. Yeah, it's taken me a little while to get used to the Soundbox interface, but once you do, it's not that hard. So these are some harmonics. Really cool. And then with the reverbs, we've got different types of reverbs. Like a shimmery. I think the reverbs sound so good. Really cool. And then we've got some other, let's see, sparse soundscape with fifths and octaves. And this is kind of cool. This is using 2 layers. You bring up the mod wheel, it brings up that other layer. Yeah. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Okay, so the mod wheel doesn't really affect it. It just kind of comes in. And then it kind of blooms. That's really nice. I like some of that kind of randomness and very cool. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Octavia. Really cool. Nylon sequence. This is kind of like a little arpeggio. Yeah, you've got a little arpeggiation going on. And I see where you could use this kind of like as a bed. And then just kind of layer. This is kind of like a strumming, a really interesting strumming engine. You can kind of look at it that way. Yeah, that's really cool. Let's see. Yeah, we do have chords. So let's go to Octavia, and then we can put the chord engine on. And let's see, and make sure we're in the right key. Let's see. Let's go to the key of A. Okay, we got minor scale. Let's see. Let's do. And I'm just getting used to this this feature here. We've got all different kinds of scales here. Let's see if we can go to. Let's see. Let's go to like a. go to C. Let's go back to C. And then we can strum it. You're reading my mind, Alessandro. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And let's see, let's go to, wow. So we've got different scales. Let's go to the Dorian. Okay, let's go, let's do that. Let's pull up the plucked. Oh, yeah. Let's see, we've got, do we have, yeah, we've got Lydian. Let's put Lydian in here. That's really kind of cool. And then you've got chords for each part, each of the 4 parts. We can bend them. Yeah, we can go down. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Jazz in a box. Yeah. So many cool sounds in here with just beautifully played. Hold my hands. And I like, okay, now this has got 3 layers. I'm gonna turn the chords off here so we can kind of, this has got 3 layers. And we've got this cool improv going on. And let's see, we've got, yeah, so you've got modulation. You see here it's modulating the pan. Those improvs, those sparse improvs really add that little extra spark. Oh, man. Sometimes I'll go in here and turn the reverb textures kind of blend together, and it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Mm, wow. So, oh man. That's amazing. Okay, so let's just take a quick peek at just what was released. Dark Veil is from the Founders Locker, and I just downloaded this yesterday. Um, and this is a kind of a neat concept about sounds that come across. You're sampling everything, and then there's sounds that just kind of you come up with an idea, and then you just have stuff just laying around, and it kind of goes into the locker. That's what's kind of cool. But then it comes back. It comes back, and these this is a cool way of bringing those ideas back. And Soundbox is kind of, it's very intuitive to kind of put your sounds into it. Yeah, so we're gonna take a look at that. And Mel, I talked to Melanie, email Alessandro, and we want to give a couple of these away. I guess we could give. Maybe give pure nylon, and then maybe dark veil, just while we're here. But let's take a look at dark veil. It's just, let's see what we've got. So yeah, so this is like bowed, a lot of bowed instruments, just some really cool textures, and then Alessandro's running them through all kinds of wonderful pedals and effects, very beautiful textures. Uh, okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then then there's some other ones that you guys have come out with, and we'll get. I definitely want to show those in the future. But let's pull up Dark Veil, pull the veil off, and Transfigured Orchestra is just well, yeah. Let's hit a little bit of Transfigured Orchestra, because this is very more, little more. Yeah, that's just a little teaser. Let's just hit that. Yeah, I don't want to go off the rabbit trail. Um, Dark Veil. This is muted strings. You there's no way you could tell I get excited about these types of things. Listen to that. You hear how it's weight. There's a weight. Okay. And there's a lot of MPE patches. Unfortunately, I don't have an MPE controller, but But yeah, a lot of MPE patches in here. Now this is layered. Bring that mod wheel up. It's just right in your face. Right in your face. Okay, so this is muted. Yeah, and you bring the mod wheel, and this brings the overdrive. And let's go down here. Oh, wow. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. That's incredible. Um, that's incredible. Yeah, I would have to break that out. Yeah. We'd have to break that out phonetically somehow. Yeah, that's incredible. I have to do a search for that and see what that actually looks like. Pure, pure cacophony. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens with this. Yeah, that's pretty cacophonic. Wow. And muted strings. Yeah, mod wheel can be assigned to Soundbox gives you a lot of different modulation uh, routings and things like that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And let's see if we can do that. Yeah, watch what happens here. I'm going to turn on layer 3. Let's see. And we can, let's see. We can actually, see, I wish they would have a better way of, yeah, pure nylon. So we can actually bring, okay, it's alphabet. Okay, it's alphabetically. So let's put a pure nylon plucked in part number 3. So we've got yeah, so we've got pure nylon now. Yeah, that's cool. And Jim, absolutely. Yeah, you pull this into Unify, and all bets are off there. Um, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, each of the slots you can throw in any other single patch from any of the other libraries in there. Um, yeah, so this is like the improv harmonics. And you can save it as your own your own patch inside of Soundbox. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. Okay, we're running out of time, and I'm gonna have to do broadcast piano at a later because I don't want to rush over that. Okay, so what we'll do? Let's do this. Let's thank you, and Alessandro, thank you. It's just so cool to be able to show what you're doing to everybody, to share these. It's just so much creativity. It's incredible. And listen, I'm just letting it do its thing. Okay, yeah, it's just beautiful. Okay, so what we'll do, if you want to win, we'll do pure nylon first, and then we'll do dark veil. And yeah, listen to that. It's just doing its thing. Okay, so what we'll do, go ahead and do the enter, and we'll, well, Alessandro, man, that's incredible. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I've entered, but I've already got it. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Okay. I'm going away again. Let's go. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Steph, you got this. You got this. Congratulations, man. Let me write this down. And congratulations. And then now let's do dark veil. Yeah, remember what we're doing here. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jeff Bird. Congratulations. Wow. Congratulations. And of course, let's do the PraiseTracks.com/winners and just send me your info over, and we'll get you connected with the guys over at Sonora Cinematic. Wow, what an amazing day this has been. And just thanks to everybody for being here, being a part of this joyful family. You know, it's just such an amazing pleasure. And my apologies to Teletone, but yeah, you've got to hear the broadcast piano. It's a beautiful piano, and but I just don't want to rush through anything. It's amazing. Thank you, Alessandro. Man, appreciate it. You're doing some great work. You got some new digs. I think you moved into a new studio, and just some really wonderful things coming out. And just really appreciate all the support, and blessings to all of you, your guys, your team, and just keep up the good work. So let's see where we're going to go here. Well, there's only one place we can go right now. And that, wow. so many things. We're talking about change earlier, and so everybody's going through some kind of change and something in their lives. And the the reason we've been not doing a live stream, like we had like a huge snowstorm and sub-zero temps and wind chills and all of this stuff, and then right in the middle of it, I got something weird. I got sick, sinuses, and it knocked me out for a little bit, and then kind of got over that, and then Debbie got it, and so we're just now kind of getting over all of that stuff, and me just praying for just some different opportunities. There's something that some things I'm going to be working on here locally that that might mean that we might not have as many live streams as we've been used to, like every week. But that I'm going to try to do my best to keep the joyful bus moving. So yes, someone thought that I had gotten something at NAM, but I didn't get to go to NAM this year, and I'm glad I didn't, because it was like right there near the end of NAM is when the snow hit our area, and so I'm glad I was here to kind of take care of things. And someone sent me an email thinking that I've had NAMthrax, and it's like, no, nothing like that, just the usual winter stuff. But change happens, and it's so comforting to know that that the scripture says that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That he doesn't change. He's faithful. He was faithful yesterday. He's faithful today. He's going to be faithful tomorrow. So my thing is, no matter what's happening in my life, I've got an anchor. I've got an anchor that I can just hold on to. That's not going to move, not going to change. Always going to be good. Always going to be faithful. Always going to take care of us. So with that in mind, it's time that we say, good night, God, and thank you for this very lovely day. Thank you too for helping us in all our work and at our play. Thank you, Lord, for this family, for each and every friend. Forgive us, please, for anything we've done that might offend. Teach us to be grateful, God, and show us what to do. Good night, God, and thank you, God, for letting us love you. So until next time, this is Simeon reminding everybody to stay joyful, and I can't wait to see you next time. Make sure that you like and subscribe, do all those things, and follow on all the socials so you'll make sure you don't miss the next thing. Yay! There she is. So, honey, we're going to have a joyful journey tonight. Blessings. Wow. So, until next time, this is Simeon saying, stay joyful, and we'll see you real soon. Thank you. Thanks to Oliver. Thanks to Oliver, Patrice, Weder, and thanks to Alessandro at Sonora Cinematic. Everybody. And we'll see you next time. I'm out of here.